Okay, hello. This is Dylan from H2O Escapes. I am a travel advisor, but I do focus on cruises, so I'm a cruise specialist. And today I just wanted to make a video just talking about deals. I've had a lot of people mention online lately. They're like, "Oh, what's the benefit of using a travel agent? What's the option of not using a travel agent? Are they actually saving you money?" And I've seen a lot of comments where like, "Well, travel agents don't save you money." So I just want to kind of break the not break the silence, but break the norms. Say like what exactly can we do? What can we help? So one, what does travel advisor do, right? So we advise, right? They used to call us travel agents. Now they call us travel advisors. What it is, we're advising you, right? One is we're on your team, right? I don't work for the cruise line. I work for you and with you. So I want to make sure you're on the right cruise for you and your family, for your group, for your larger corporate event, whatever it is. I want to make sure you're on the right cruise. And two, because of the supply relations we do, some of us actually do get sales. So when you see a lot of people online like, oh, travel agents don't get deals, all that, it might be that these are individual travel agent or travel agent partners, aren't part of a bigger consortium or part of a bigger group where we don't have buying power. Right, the more buying power, the more offers you're offered, and we can pull big groups and stuff like that. So me as a travel agent, so I own H2O Escape, so I own my own entity, right? And then so I'm Canadian. I do book for a lot of American clients too. So if you're American, let me know. I can always find you prices in USD, but I am Canadian, right? So all the prices I normally post online, I run Canada's largest Facebook group right now for cruising. Any of that's normally in Canadian dollars because the majority of my clients are Canadian. So what happens is, so I'm Canadian. I own my own travel agency. Right now, it's just employed myself. Eventually, I'm going to bring on a couple of associates, but right now it's just myself. But I'm part of a group. So I have a host agency called the Travel Agent Next Door. Next week, I'm actually going on a celebrity sailing for the national conference, and we're going on an 8-day Southern Caribbean cruise, and all the suppliers are going to be there. So from all the cruise lines, but also all the resorts and transfer companies, insurance companies, and all that, we're mingling, learning, and it's a celebration of learning for the week. So we're part of the Travel Agent Next Door. Is like I'm underneath them, but they are there's about 14 to 1,700 travel agents now across Canada, right? So Travel Agent Next Door, you will not see them actually selling trips. Like you might be an agent, you can be branded underneath the Travel Agent Next Door if you want. But what it is that they're more of a back end. So they help organize all the training, all help me with the invoicing if I have questions or contact. Big part of why I kind of like working with these guys and being part of this is because there is such a large group. Like we have travel agent Facebook groups and all that. So if there's a question comes out I don't know, I can ask in there, right? I got a great group of friends, some buddies I hang out all the time. I'll be hanging out with on this cruise. If someone contacts me and says, "Hey, Dylan, you booked this cruise for me last year. You're my travel agent. Can you book this all inclusive for me, Jamaica?" Right? I'm not normally saying no, right? I'll tell you, hey, I don't focus on Jamaica, right? I have a couple ideas, but I can ask friends, right? And so they do the same thing. Maybe they focus more on resorts. Say, hey, Dylan, I got a Virgin Voyage cruise or a Royal Caribbean cruise. Can you help me out? Sure, not a problem. So I'm part of a group, and that's the benefit of working with them because I have places I can ask questions. I can learn myself if I don't know the answer. And then the next step higher than that would be something like the Travel Leaders Network, right? So again, myself, Travel Agent Next Door, TLN is who we're a part of, right? You heard of different ones like Virtuosa, stuff like that. So Travel Leaders Network, I think it's like 40,000 travel agents across North America, probably the world. They're the ones I actually work for when you see me post about the Distinctive Voyages program. So they actually, from all their travel leaders network, and then they have all the different host agencies all throughout the States and Canada. Whenever you book a cruise on a Travel Leaders Network sailing, if it's a Distinctive Voyage, they bring on a host, right? So that's what I do. I'm a host. I'm doing Explorer Journeys later this year. I did Celebrity last year. Next year, I was hoping to do a Japan with Princess, but so I'm just looking to see what I'm going to do next year for them right now. So they bring me on board. And then if you book through a travel agent associated with Travel Leaders Network, normally it's an Ocean View or a higher category room, unless it's a luxury cruise line like Explora, Silversea, Regent. You get a free excursion for 2 people and invite to a cocktail party, right? Yes, that's nice. And then I'm also on there as a host, right? So when I was there as a host, people were just coming in, asking me questions like, oh, like what kind of rooms should I be booking? What about this sailing, all that kind of stuff. And then I kind of put it back on their travel agent, say, hey, they're asking questions about Southern Caribbean sailings for next year. You should probably contact them to work out pricing. So yes, what it is a big grouping. What it is now TLN, so the Travels Leaders Network, they end up pulling groups, right? So today I'm going to give an example for Celebrity Cruises. They pull groups at the at that level, and then we have access to book into it. But what happens is when they pull a group, they're kind of booking it like as soon as the sailing comes out. So like I just made so right now today's April 11th, 2026. I just made a booking for a March break trip in 2028, right? So there's potential 2 years, sometimes even more, that you could potentially book out, right? As far as all the cruise lines are going to hate me for saying this, but like all the cruise lines, they have like, oh, kids sail free, second person 75% off, third and fourth guests only pay taxes. It's all marketing, right? So the way you got to look at it is it's all supply and demand. A brand new ship, itinerary is just released, not a single room sold. It's huge amount of availability, right? First room's available, they're going to book it at $1,000. Let's say 2 rooms sell at $1,000. Next room, they're going to say, well, okay, now it's a $1,010, right? Another couple rooms, $1,020, $1,050, right? Doesn't sound like huge increments, but when you're talking about thousands and thousands of rooms on some of these mega ships, like yeah, all of a sudden that $1,000 room, 6 months, 8 months before the sailing is now showing $3,000 a room, right? So would you rather pay 1,000 or 3,000? So the Travels Leader Network, even my host agency might pull some actual sailings, or me myself, I might pull a sailing too. Depends if I have a group that says, hey, Dylan, I want to go for a extended family trip or a group trip. I'm starting to get into incentive travel and corporate stuff. I can pull a group and lock in those prices on day 1, day 10, whenever it is you decide you want to go. And then we have those prices. You might have 10 rooms locked in. So TLN did that. They contacted Celebrity Royal Caribbean and said, okay, we want 20 rooms. We want 10 balconies, 10 prime ocean views, 3 interiors on this sailing, and that price is locked in. So come the next day, you say, hey, Dylan, I want to book a cruise. I look it up. It's going to be the same price, right? It's going to be, okay, it's $1,000 if you book it online, and it's $1,000 if I book it. I'm probably still going to be able to get you like $50 onboard credit, something like that. But where you're benefiting the most is you're not as organized, right? Like, hey, Dylan, I want to go on a sailing in fall this year, right? I want to go on a sailing 6 months from now. So that group rate and that price is held until about 120 days prior to the sailing. At that time, they pull back all the group inventory and then they release it to the general public. Okay. So what happens is now we get this price, and then it's going to be, sorry, we're just getting messages here on Facebook. So we got this price. You contact me, say, hey, Dylan, you got anything for this fall, this winter? I can look it up and I'll be like, yeah, okay, I can see this room. It's available. This is the price, right? This works really well with Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. So those are the two I'm kind of talking today, but I do have access to stuff like this on Princess, Virgin Voyages, Holland America, Cunard, even some of the luxury cruise lines, right? Explora, stuff like that, Silver Sea. So you just reach out to me or your travel agent, prefer me, and again, not everyone here books with me. So I can have access to it. So I want to give an example. So let's just go. Yeah, I'm just going to open my webpage. So as I said, I run right now Canada's largest cruise group for cruising. If you're Canadian or even if you're American and want to join the group, this is what's called Cruise Ships, Tips, Tricks, and Reviews for Canadians. I do post prices in Canadian dollars when I'm on there. The whole idea with this group is that I'm trying to create a community where people can come in and ask questions. Okay. I put a lot of time and effort into this. So I do say I'm the only travel agent allowed to post on here and talk to clients. If you are a travel agent and you're not joining, just kind of learn. If you have any questions as a travel agent, more than happy to help out. If you work with me in the travel agent next door, or if you are a travel agent anywhere. I do have a lot of friends in the industry. So if you just have questions like, hey, Dylan, how do you find out about these deals? How do you price this out? How do you actually book this? Just contact me. If you're the general person, if you haven't booked yet, please contact me. I'd be more than happy to get you prices, because the more I book, the more times I can go on a cruise. And hey, the more time we're on the water is what we're liking. So this is the group trip. So I just made a comment today. I know it's kind of, maybe we can zoom in here a little bit. So I just say, hey, Royal Caribbean Celebrity, if you're looking out of sailing or book direct in the summer, let me know. Right. So I did have a person message. Just say, hey, we're looking at maybe doing the November 17th to 28th Southern Caribbean route from Puerto Rico. Okay. They're on the sailing prior, right? So long story short, this is my booking engine for Celebrity. Okay. So this Celebrity Silhouette, they're doing the transatlantic, it looks like, and then it's going to do a Southern Caribbean out of San Juan. right? They're doing a 15-night transatlantic cruise, right? Starting in Rome, and they're ending the same one. Beautiful ship. Okay. So me as a travel agent, you say, hey, Dylan, I want to go on this cruise. What can you get me in pricing? When I go on, right now, it's just only kind of showing one giant bar here. That means there's no groups pulled on that, right? So it is the price that you're going to see online, right? You go on celebrity.com. That's the price that I have access to. Sometimes I have booking bonuses, like Royal Caribbean. A lot of time you book a balcony or higher in certain situations, like if it's a Caribbean cruise or Alaska cruise, might be able to get you free specialty dining or like a drink pack, or not drink package, like a soda package, pop package. They're already booked on this November 2nd cruise. As far as pricing, if they booked it 6 months ago, that's probably going to be a better rate than what they're seeing today. Not a problem, right? Where it is now, where we have options, so I looked this up prior to loading it up, is the November 17th cruise. Okay. So this is 2026, November 17th. It's an 11-night Southern Caribbean on Constellation. Constellation is one of their older ships, right? So it's not one of the brand new ones, Southern Caribbean, but look where it's going. So San Juan, if you're interested in doing the cruise, I'm going to give everyone the pricing, but it's out of San Juan. San Juan is a great port in my idea, but it's really hard to get to from Canada. We don't have flights every single day of the week, or could potentially thing. But what happens is you're so much further already into the Caribbean, Southern Caribbean, you can hit up a lot more ports, a lot nicer or more like cooler ports you haven't been to before. Like, so on what did I say this was 11-night cruise, right? Starting San Juan, you're doing Tortuga, British Virgin Islands, you're doing St. John's, Antigua, St. Lucia, Grenada, Barbados. I absolutely love Barbados. St. Vincent, Martinique, and Dominica. So you're hitting up 8 different ports in 11 days. If you're doing this out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale or Port Canaveral, you maybe will be doing 5 or 6, right? So it's a lot more time at ports. If that's what you're into, in that case, the older ship is fine. And Celebrity takes care of the ships. I'm going on Celebrity Silhouette next week. It's the same as the Reflection. They're actually, I almost like them more than the Apex and the Edge class ships. Okay, so what I was saying. So now you can see this booking screen has 3 different bars, right? We're going to talk about that after. Okay, so let's just give an example here of what I'm seeing. So Aqua Class, an Aqua Class room, how much are you going to cost? So on this sailing for an Aqua Class room, what Aqua Class room is, it's a balcony. It's one of the standard balcony rooms, but you get extra perks. So you get access to the Blue restaurant, which is really nice. You get thermal spa access for the week and a couple like drop-offs in your room. You also get double the points. If you're into the loyalty points, you'll get double the points, kind of like the concierge. It is really nice. That Blue restaurant is definitely the highlight of it. In a thermal suite, hey, if someone gave me a free thermal suite for the week, I'm going to use it. My wife normally pays for that. So Aqua Class, if you want it right now and online, it should show it's $9,291 for 2 people, Canadian, right? This would be just your cruise fare and all your taxes and fees. What's not including is your gratuities. And gratuities, you can prepay or after. Right now, it's set at $277.97 per person, right? So you kind of got to budget an extra $600 for gratuities. You have the option, as I said, pay it up front, or you just pay at the end of your cruise. Continue. I'm not adding that right now. Okay. So for Celebrity, so Royal Caribbean, I know this is kind of the same for Royal Caribbean, but this is the only big difference. So if I book a group rate for Celebrity, it includes the classic drink package and basic Wi-Fi. Okay. Celebrity doesn't really even offer the basic Wi-Fi, just booking it alone. It's kind of a premium if you book it separately. But Wi-Fi could easily cost $20 to $29 per person per day, right? So you have to think there's a huge savings right there. And the drink package for a classic drink package, I would have to double check the price. It's normally like $70, $80 per person per day. Okay. Right now with this sailing, again, so without the drink package, without the Wi-Fi, it's $9,291. Right. So my rate, because they pulled it a year and a half ago on that sailing with the drink package and the Wi-Fi, is $8,430. Okay. You wouldn't be able to book this online. This is through a travel agent or myself. Right. So 9291 or 8430. So you're saving $800 roughly, and you're getting the drink package and the Wi-Fi. You also get a refundable deposit. Right. So it's refundable up to your final payment. So on these sailings, 1 second here, the final payment would be due August 19th. So if you book today and you decide 2 weeks from now, hey, I don't want to do this because flights are crazy, whatever, you can cancel and get your entire deposit back. Deposit for this one's $960. While if you were to book a regular room, your deposit is non-refundable. You don't get your money back. They do offer something for $100 where you can change the ship and sale date, right? So you can switch it, but so it's only going to cost you $200 more instead of losing your $960. So at least you're not out the money, but they want you to keep your money within Celebrity, so that's why they offer that. Royal Caribbean does the same thing. As I mentioned too, so Royal Caribbean, if you're thinking about booking a group rate with a travel agent, with myself hopefully, and you're doing it as a group rate, Royal Caribbean is only that refundable deposit and $50 onboard credit. They do not give the drink package and Wi-Fi. I really wish they did. So Royal Caribbean, if you listen to this, please do. Okay, so that's an example for that room. Now, just to show like the online website. So this is the actual website, Celebrity website. You go on, you find this sailing. Okay, this is I'm located just north of Toronto, so this is whatever for IP or VPN kind of stuff, but it's in there, right? There's all the information, St. Juan, Tortola, all that. You go to book now. 2 guests, right? We're gonna, yep. So we got 2 guests starting from, so that'd be like an interior room. All right, and then as I said, aqua class right now, if I took aqua class, as I said, so it's average. So right here down at the bottom, you can't see that because my banner's in the way. Well, if I go back here 1 second, 9291. Okay, you guys can see that. Oh, of course I clicked on it, didn't want to do it. Ocean Aqua Class. Okay, just so I can show it on the screen. 9291. That's for the price. And as I said, if you booked it online, 9291. So I'm seeing the same price. Okay. But with the group rates, one, you're saving $800. You get the bonuses, and there's different rooms, so they all work this way, right? Now they don't necessarily pull the same rooms on every sailing. So what it is that like I have access to Aqua Class right now, right? And if you see, I got 4 rooms available, right? I got Prime Concierge and Concierge Infinite Veranda. I got 5 rooms. So someone calls me tomorrow and says, Dylan, I want to book 4 rooms. I book those at that rate. It's gone. Right? Nobody else can book that price. They would have to pay full price or go for one of the other rooms. This sailing has prime ocean views and going down. So actually, here's a good one. So Dylan, you contact me. Hey, I want to book a ocean view room. So I look it up. Okay, it is $4,092 for 2 people with no drink package or Wi-Fi. Now this one is not as good as a deal. Right? It's showing so $2,046 per person roughly, and then $3,100 per person if you're booking into the group. So even though it includes a drink and Wi-Fi, still a better rate than probably what you would book online if you had those packages, but $6,200. So I do see sailings like this once in a while where it's like, hey, get the Prime because it's cheaper than what you're seeing online, right? You're not instead of paying an extra $1,500 a person for the drink and Wi-Fi, it's literally saving you money. The ocean view room in this situation, it's going to still cost you $1,000, but it's costing you $1,000 instead of $1,500, right? And you're getting that refundable deposit, which if you're booking that on a regular room, a refundable deposit sometimes could be like $750 to $900, and then that money's just gone, like you're paying for it, right? But yeah, so all the concierge and Prime Aqua Class here are actually cheaper in the group rates with the drink and Wi-Fi than the actual sailings. So yeah, so I just wanted this video. So what is a travel agent or a cruise specialist who actually knows sailings, knows how to book it, could potentially save you money, right? And it's value for benefit, right? Like what are you getting here? You want someone that's like assertive, responds to emails, can contact you, you can ask questions to. I do a thing through this app called Turn where I'll make up a nice itinerary, all that fun stuff, which is not normally included when you just book it on yourself online. And also it's the thing like, okay, you got a problem with the cruise. I got to call the cruise line. I have to wait on 2 hours on the phone. Would you rather wait on the phone for 2 hours or just make me do it? And I have to do it all the time. But yeah, so I just wanted to show that. That's an example of how you could potentially save some money working with a travel agent. And then another big benefit of the travel agent too is once you booked with a travel agent once, right? I have your information. Hopefully the other travel agent keeps all your information and then creates a profile on you. So the next time you cruise is, hey Dylan, I want to do a cruise. Can you book me? All I have to say is what credit card do you want me to charge you to? Instead of like, what's your name, what's your phone number, what's your passport information, any loyalty numbers, like I keep all that on file. And then as far as booking, if you don't know, like I always tell people this too, if you don't know, like, you know what, I'm looking at a Royal Caribbean cruise, I'm looking at a Virgin cruise, I'm looking at a Celebrity cruise. whatever. It's like, you look it up online. I'm going to book this. I'm ready to press enter. Why not just ask a travel agent? Why not ask me, hey, what are you seeing online? I'm seeing this price. Can you beat it? Can you do better? Or one, you're helping a small business out booking with me. So even if there's no groups, please book it with me. But two, is like, this one situation, you can save $800. Why wouldn't you want to, right? But yeah, my name is Dylan, H2O Escapes. If you want to contact me, my information is on the screen there, Dylan at h2oescapes.ca. I do have a website, h2oescapes.ca. You're more than welcome to check that out. I am a cruise specialist, so I do work with all the major cruise lines. I am getting into more of the incentive travel and corporate travel also. So if you're looking to do a large group, weddings even, I can help work on your own group. Have yourself a great day, and let me know if you have any questions.